Are you ready to get woke?
No, what's happened over time is we've become increasingly abstracted from our connection to reality in a direct way. So people don't associate fulfillment with being connected to each other. People don't associate fulfillment with spending time in nature. People don't associate
Right.
fulfillment.
They think it's about, again, more money, bigger car, all this bullshit, looks, everything else, but the one thing that can actually lead to happiness, which is connection with the divine, connection with the self, living authentically. Everything else they put a priority on.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, that's right. And I mean, it's complicated in the sense that I think human beings have been trying to find a way to be comfortable and to be happy and to get what we need from our lives for a long time. And it's only very recent history that we've especially in the developed world, that we've kind of come out of a huge amount of struggle. And it was very difficult. And I think part of what I'm trying to express here is that there are polarities and dualities within the human search for freedom and for fulfillment. And part of that is that there is an aspect of our nature and an aspect of nature that is the opposite of that. So it's the part that wants to seek to keep us distracted, to keep us disconnected, to keep us away from what it is that is making us more whole. And I think that's because of certain benefits and agendas that we even have inside of ourselves. There's parts of ourselves that like being separated, that like being disconnected, that like having the freedom to not be responsible for ourselves. And I guess in some ways what it's come down to lately is that you can be free to believe whatever you want and do whatever you want, and you can be free to not have any responsibility over yourself, yet at the same time the consequence of that is that you will have no power over yourself. You'll have no understanding over your reality. You'll be a baby in an ocean of chaos that you're essentially a kind of a pet of. You'll just be a pet of your environment, which is what people are turning into. We're just going to become electronically tracked and farmed pets within a giant ecosystem. And maybe that is good. Maybe human beings as individuals should just be little cells in a giant body of a giant ecosystem, which is the superhuman, the actual human, the AI human, which we're going to give birth to soon. I don't know, but it's interesting from the perspective of an individual. I think it is kind of a good thing to have in mind that you are part of a whole, you're part of a system, and part of the overarching journey that you're on here is not just to stare at your navel and dissolve into infinity, because that doesn't necessarily serve a function, as much as to understand what you are, how you fit into the ecosystem, and what you can do to bring something of purpose to your context.